Vivian, before that, let me check. Do we need a break now? I think we're doing fine. Should we just move on? Okay, so Vivian, are you ready?
Yes.
Hi.
Okay.
So I'll start.
Hi.
Carmen.
Can you see me?
Yes, and I can
Okay.
hear you clearly. Right.
Okay.
So the same, I'll ask you to briefly introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi, I'm Vivian, and I went to the USA when I was little with my family. So ever since, I actually fell in love with the English language, and I kept on learning basic English grammar and English composition until like when I am now majoring in the Department of English Language and Literature. And I actually have two younger siblings at home, and I love to design storybooks in my free time to make them enjoy learning English with me. And okay, now I will move on to my courses that I took while majoring in the Department of English Language and Literature. And one course I took was called Teaching English as a Foreign Language. And during that course, I learned how to teach elementary school students online through GatherTown, and I also learned how to use PPT slides to display the content that I want to teach. And I also used Microsoft Teams to record my teachings. And I also learned how to design interactive activities to help the children learn with joy. And then during my junior year, I took up a CC1TA internship where I helped CC1 students who needed help with their composition through teaching them some basic grammar or sentence structures through Google Meet, and also correcting their assignments weekly. And then I participated in the senior play, and I was a member of the translation team. And I worked with my team members. I was on time every week for discussions to translate the scripts, and I also contributed to the team by suggesting some different ways to translate the script. And regarding my language skills, for TOEIC, I got 985. For TOEFL, I got 100. And for GEPT, I passed the high intermediate level. And I think this proves that I have good English skills in reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And yes, that's about it.
All right,
Thank
everybody
you.
is nervous. Vivian, and along with Philin and Sabrina, I wanted to say this earlier, but I wasn't sure if everybody's going to mention this. Personally, I don't think it is necessary to mention about your tests.
No.
Because it's obvious. I mean, you send the resume or CV to the company, and they'll see it. They'll see it. It would be a little strange for you, not just you, for any of you to brought it up, more than once or even once. It's a little strange. But it's not a mistake or anything. It's just usually the test is like a basic requirement. If you can't even pass the test, you wouldn't be here. So from your speech, from your introduction, they'll catch up how skilled or how fluent, how interactive you are.
Okay.
Yeah, that is actually the test that matters. So yeah.
Okay.
And you said a lot of ands, right?
Oh yes.
Maybe it's because you're nervous this time. I think you can, especially the first part when you're introducing yourself. If you're using too many ands, that would sound like you're not sure.
Okay.
Your entire introduction, you're just freestyling, and maybe you can find some transition words instead of. But some people say like a lot. Some people say and a lot. So maybe you can find some variations.
Okay.
All right. Don't worry about it. This is the preparation. Okay. Let's see. What makes you different? I'm gonna skip the first two if you assume that I'm gonna ask what makes a good teacher. What makes you different from all the other applicants?
I think I'm more creative in the sense that I like to dance and sing along to English pop songs, and I like to hold activities with students and sort of just make them also enjoy the learning. Yes, because I feel like learning is not only me teaching them and them just listening to what I have to say, but also them actually wanting to learn from me. Them also wanting to learn the content. So I try to make everything more fun through games and probably just singing activities. Yes. And
Oh, sorry.
I wanted to give an example. I mentioned that I took an English teaching course during my junior year last semester, and because we were teaching online, we had a lot of difficulty grabbing the students' attention. So I designed some games like draw your own character from the story that we were teaching, and also guessing what the plot of the story would be, and also hangman, crossword puzzles. Yes, and I mentioned that I used GatherTown, which is a website where teachers and students can get together in a room designed by us, and the students could roam around the space. And we can also, to prevent students from running off on their own, we can make them follow us, follow our characters, so that they don't get too lost. Yes.
John? All
Okay,
right.
yes.
Good. I hear that you are very coherent. You are consistent on being interactive. That's good. That's good, because I assume that your target students are also elementary school students.
Yes.
Even with junior high school students, but probably not high school.
Yes.
Because if it were high school, you probably really need to teach them. If it were dance, it'll be choreography. You
Yes.
really have to teach them how to move those moves. All right, good. You mentioned something like a platform, gather something.
GatherTown.
GatherTown, and you said that's a platform, yes.
Yes.
And the teachers design activities inside, and people can use it.
Yes.
All right. Have you ever designed a game of your own or an activity, and maybe upload to the platform, or not? You just keep it in your pocket, something like that.
We had to design, because it was a space designing platform. We designed their school.
Mhm.
Yes, and we put where the playground in their school is actually located. Like if it were a square map and the playground was in the middle, we put it in the middle, so that they would get familiar. When they wanted to play, they would go to the playground. And if they wanted to go to classrooms where our interactive games were, some of them were like piano websites, where we could tell them to open that up with the N key, and they would press the N key with us, and it would take them into that piano website, and we would tell them to play a song that they like, play some notes that they like. And we also put some sticky notes around the campus, so that they could go on treasure hunts. And when they found the sticky notes gave them some clues about the next location of the other sticky notes, and they would then find the treasure. And on the sticky notes would be some simple English sentences. Yes. So they could also learn English along the way.
This is online or in person?
Online. Online.
Yeah, it sounds very much like online.
Yes.
I was like, what? You could do that? Where did you find the space? All right, it's online. Oh, good. Okay. I got 5. Yes. I got 5.
Yes, 5 minutes.
Scenario time. Online. Okay. You're receiving complaints from a parent because a student was injured in class while playing a game you designed for class. How would you respond to that? And it's not online, obviously.
I would find out why the student got injured during the process of playing the game, and I would be careful of preventing the other students from getting hurt because of the same reason. And also, I'm sorry. I think an operation.
Construction.
Yeah,
Is there a giant fly or mosquito?
it's going on upstairs. I'm sorry.
It's
Okay.
It happens.
And I would find out the reason why they got hurt, and I would reassure the parents that the same thing would not happen again. And because I feel like The student is already injured. I can't really say much about it. Yes, except preventing the same thing.
Okay. Do you have more to add, or should I?
Okay, no, no more.
All right. Okay, just like fill-in, remember, the parents or the client, they'll set up a trap like this, and it's not their intention, but something like this is the trap. So when things happen, they don't want you to say that you will make sure that it doesn't happen next time, because it is obvious. They know that you should not. So by telling them something they know, they probably get angry. They want you to know, they want to know what you would do to this situation right now. And well, thank God that this is a situation right now. It's just, we're trying to prepare. Of course, we don't want things to happen, but right now this is a situation. So before somebody says something, you should already, be aware of the situation, know why the student got hurt, and ask around the class. And they probably provide different information, and some people will change their information. But regardless, before the parent asks about this, you need to tell them already. Maybe you need to call them, but that depends on what time of the day. So I believe that the key to solving this situation is by doing it early. Don't wait until they got angry. When they get angry, it's too late. And they probably take it to your supervisor, and your supervisor is all very apologetic, and then everything is your fault.
Okay.
So when it comes to that, or you can consult with your supervisor first, and let him or her handle it instead of you, because you're the teacher. You shouldn't be handling this. You should handle this with your supervisor, and your supervisor should talk to the parents. Or if you work for a bigger cram school, they should have a administrative staff. Something like that. All right.
Okay.
I have a little more time. I think your delivery of speaking, your delivery of all your answers, and including your introductions, shows that you're pretty passionate. Sorry, let me rephrase. You're passionate about this. So it makes me think that you really want to work as a teacher, and your students will probably feel this. And this is really important for your students to feel that you're a playful person, but within principles. You don't want them to go over your head and think that they're the boss. So, but I think having the students like you is half the battle. Even if they're injured, if they like you, they may just shrug it off. They say, we'll do it next time. Even students may encourage, hey, if you make a big deal, then next time maybe no more games. And this is a good game, and everybody's sorry. Something like that. It's the atmosphere. Then I think that will prevent things like that. These accidents happen. Somebody will hit some table, hit the chair or something. There's a pencil flying around. All right, I'm done. All right, we're good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vivian. Okay, we're doing good on time, actually. Do you need a break, Andy?
No, this is my break.
Okay, that's good. Then we'll move on to our fourth interviewee, Grace.